All right. So as I was picking a topic, something came across my desk. Someone wanted me to look at. A couple things actually came across, which it became not intriguing. It was just more so of a current issues that are being publicized now, like news, and it has to do with Elon Musk and his Neuralink.
Yes, Mr.
Okay? And
Musk.
another one was a letter by Facebook Zuckerberg, and we're going to go into that in a second. But let me just let people invite them to my website. It's jimdukeperspective.com, and you can listen to us on any of your favorite apps and players. And we do have a Patreon page, Jim Duke Perspective, and you can check me out on all the social medias. Just search me out and touch base. I haven't been on Facebook that much lately, but a lot of controversy. No, I've just been busy. But this Neuralink, okay, so that we reported on the first human that received an implant of this neurochip. Was this like a mind bending, controller or something, an interface type of thing?
Yeah,
right?
It's interesting.
So, but there was spikes. It spikes activities in the neurons, but there was a couple problems, I guess, they had with the first one. What happened to the? I mean, he's a human guinea pig. What happened to him? Did he blow up? What happened to him?
Well, you're not going to hear the truth out in the mainstream news.
I know. Well, I don't know what happened to him. It says he had time to recover before they started training, and I guess they had some problems with the first one. He was experiencing. I don't know. They found. I guess they found things that can cause headaches and dizziness and confusion. All I know is I wouldn't want to be this guy. I wouldn't want to experiment. And he's also in the news, Elon Musk, as the SpaceX guy. This is what, before I move on to the actual topic here, Elon Musk is a very controversial figure. And I say that because he's on the banner for Trump. He's on the Trump bandwagon. And he's been criticized for supporting a candidate. They don't want somebody on the social media supporting a candidate. But doesn't Facebook Zuckerberg often say how much he loves Democrats or, promotes the Democrats? I mean, they screen everybody out who says anything bad about Democrats and, all that junk. But so, and you have your movie stars and celebrities. They can tell who they want to pick, but Elon Musk can't, But the thing I have a problem with him is, while he criticizes the deep state and he says he, wants to expose it and be transparent, here he is using his SpaceX and has contracts with the government. I don't understand it. If he was really that outspoken against the deep state, wouldn't they be severing him?
Yeah, you'd think so. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So my suspicions is this guy's tied in, but he acts like a renegade. But he's tied in. So anyway, with this Neuralink, they got a green light for the second patient back in May. The FDA had approved this. The FDA. So now the FDA has approved someone putting an implant in their brain.
Not surprising,
They
other agencies.
Yeah, they don't like us to experiment with cures and remedies that are outside the jurisdiction of the ADA and other organizations that monitor, the CDC and the WHO. They don't like us to have alternative medicines, and they basically ban us from publicizing it. And they're going to go with this extreme experiment in somebody's brain.
Wow.
So
where's the regulations on this?
That's what I mean. I don't. But there's The second brain device implant just released a few days, within a week ago, that it was reported that it went well. The second receiver of this, and this guy was able to play video games from his brain and use CAD software.
That's scary.
3D design objects.
Well, there's I don't know if it's Seals and Croft, but people talking without speaking, people listening without hearing. Remember? Sounds of Silence. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Seals and Croft, right? Or
no, that's
Simon and Garfunkel.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
coming to fruition right here.
Wow.
That's related to it right there. What you think, and projecting thoughts to emanate, materialistically, perhaps, controlling things around you, as the song suggests.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like witchcraft to control it with your mind, but no, this is technological, so it's not witchcraft, is it? Science. It's science, not witchcraft.
Well, using brainwaves, right?
Yeah.
What you're thinking, so.
Yeah, not like spells that use
no
brainwave energy, right?
Is that what they use? I thought it was just like they summons like demons, and
they could, but it could be impulsive. I explained a experiment I did with pulsating energy around me, and it affected people around me. They felt it. So how do you know spells don't have something to do with pulsating energy around you too?
Could it be just
could be both.
Other than spells, it could just simply be like a positive state of mind, or
I don't think a state of mind alone can do it, but I think the frequencies or the vibrations we emulate could affect somebody else in a way. I don't know. And this gives a different look at what we say about, it doesn't, our mind doesn't affect other people. I don't think you can transform thought into other people, but I think you may be able to kind of disrupt a little bit of frequencies or energy in some ways, but I don't think you can use it to control or cast a spell. I think it just it might put people in a sort of state of mind that they're susceptible or suggestive. But this is technological, so it would kind of be different, but similar, because in witchcraft and magic and things like that, yeah, you might be summoning spirits like you said, but how do you know you're not doing that with the aid of this technology by opening your mind and subjecting it and allowing this thing to kind of take over your brain? How do you know you're not subjecting yourself to opening up to, inviting spirits, being a conduit of some kind? And that's a spiritual aspect of it. So I don't want to get too loopy on it, but technology, believe it or not, is a craft. Technology is actually, it's like witchcraft. It's a craft, just like witchcraft. It's just using scientific waves and technology and things like that. But technology isn't actually using science necessarily. Technology is the art of skill, despite what you're using it for. So witchcraft can be technology.
Kind of like what is it? What the heck is that called? Something with when you use metals.
Oh, alchemy?
Alchemy, that's the word.
Yeah. Yeah, sort of. I mean, I don't think you can actually transfer things to other things with your mind, but I think there's elements that you can do it with, and there's simulations you can do it. I don't think you're like Midas. You could touch gold and it becomes gold, or touch something and make it gold. That's the ultimate alchemy. But I don't think it's literal what they mean. I think it's more allegorical. The alchemical process and things like that.
Right.
Because otherwise, Darren, we'd be just creating gold all day. Somebody would be just creating gold in stuff all day long.
Like they do at some of the so-called revivals with the gold dust coming down.
Yeah, that's okay. So that's freaky. Now,
I know what it is. I know how they did it.
All right, how?
Through this AC the air conditioner ventilation system.
That's what they say, but what are they doing?
Just allowing dust particles of gold.
Real
Well, not
gold?
genuine. No, not actual gold. Just like
Oh,
gold, whatever. I don't know if it's
okay.
gold or not, actually, but still, they
All
just
right.
shoot it through the ventilation system. And it
Yeah.
comes down from the sky or
All right.
the,
What it
from the ceiling.
is, because I had somebody just challenge me on that. He said that he experienced it, gold all over the place, and I said, so is it like everybody could just collect the gold and become rich? And he thought I was mocking him, which I was, to be honest with you. And he says, no, it's not like you could just cash it in. He says it's gold. It's mysteriously manifesting. I said, how do you know it's manifesting mysteriously? He says, because it wasn't there and all of a sudden it was there. And I said, did anybody ever think to test this and see what it actually is? You know what his answer was?
What?
They found a plastic base to it. Of course they did. It's freaking glitter.
So it's like a glittery plastic.
Yeah. Oh, well, geez, God's creating manifesting plastic glitter. All right. Okay. So I said to them, I suggested to them, that's no real miracle. It's just basically it could be planted in the ducts or something. And like you said, the air conditioning. And he says, how dare you dare you downplay a manifestation of God? Oh, sorry that I trampled on God's manifestation of plastic glitter just to show his presence to these people that are naive enough to bask in it and think that it's from God.
It's funny.
I
wonder if there's any plastic in heaven. You think so?
Well, no, they got real gold there, Darren. You heard the Bible.
Just plastic streets that are painted gold or what?
God tricked us.
Sorry, God, I'm just kidding.
We're gonna go there and somebody's gonna test it and go, God, this ain't real gold in the streets. This is glitter. This is plastic. But these guys are falling for it. And the feathers, the angel feathers, which are actually pigeon feathers, but don't tell anybody that, please. They'll get upset. Oh boy. But anyway, the Neuralink is simulating playing on like a video game. He played Counter-Strike, this primitive game, but it's a game that he was able to play and do this CAD software, zooming, panning, controlling. I've done CAD. It was complicated enough with the keyboard. I did it before there was Windows, Darren. It was DOS systems.
Oh yeah, DOS.
Yeah, I was taking it. I'm going to say this tongue in cheek. I was taking it in college. Now, before you say, oh, Jim, I didn't know you were a college graduate. I didn't know you were a college alumni. No, first of all, it was a community college. Second of all, it was the only class I went to. I failed the whole thing, so I wasn't really in college. I went to the parties, to be honest with you. But I loved CAD, so I stayed in CAD. And my CAD teacher said, I got good news. You're going to get an A in this class. I said, oh, great. He goes, I got bad news. Your other teachers are wondering who you are. Anyway, so this guy is controlling games with a device called Quad Stick, a mouth-operated joystick that sips and puffs pressure sensors. So he's not actually controlling it with his mind, I don't think, Darren. He's controlling it with impulses from his brain into this interface. So I don't think we're there yet. So before everybody gets up in a tizzy and said, oh my gosh, they're doing this, because as soon as you come out with news like this, the first thing people start saying is, look what Elon Musk accomplished. Oh my gosh, next year we're going to have all Neuralinks. He's going to do it. Well, mark of the beast, end of the world. Right? Everybody reacts.
Yep.
Well, first of all, we got to get people to sell it. We got to sell it first. And it's not, and secondly, Elon Musk even admitted, it says, there's an article that says he wants to implant millions of people with Neuralink brain chips. Of course he does. It's his innovation. This was a few days ago. He wants to do this. Now, I tell people all the time, just put your panties in a, just control yourself. It's not like because the implant was done. It was an experimental. It was a successful second attempt, and now Elon Musk says, I want to implant everybody with Neuralink brain chips. Folks, you're not going to see this like tomorrow. You're not going to see this next year. Oh my gosh, well, we might see this in a couple years. Okay, so what? You're not going to take it probably. And even if, I mean, is technology really going this far right now? I know people are going to say to me, Jim, you're being naive. We're you're supposed to be reporting this stuff and warning us for what's to come in the future. Well, two things. We were scared of the internet before it came, and now everybody's got a friggin' phone in their hand with a computer. Remember?
Oh, absolutely.
It's not going to kill you if this is the things that people are doing. You don't have to do it. You could stay in Windows 3.1 like most of us were for a while.
That was before Windows 95, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was in 3.1 when people were on 98.
Wow.
You had 95, didn't you?
Started with 95, yep.
I remember that. You had 95. I had 3.1 when you had 95. And
wow.
I stayed with 3.1, I think, during 98.
Fred Flintstone here. Yeah.
Did you ever go to?
Nope, I just jumped to 10.
Oh, did you really?
No, I went to Vista first. Vista.
You went from 95 to Vista?
To Vista, yep.
Did you really?
Yep.
You were a little bit behind me, I think. I went 3.1, and then I did go to 98. I skipped Millennium.
Mm-hmm.
I think I skipped 2000. I don't think I had any of them. I think I went right to Vista that point too.
But Vista was terrible.
Yeah, I know. I went from 98 to Vista, I think. So yeah, I was behind. Me and you were both combating from behind in the times.
I got 11 now. What do you got? 10?
Yeah. I think I think I advanced to 11 now.
11? You got 11?
Well,
yeah, that's what I got.
I only have one computer with Windows. It's just my everyday word processing computer, search computer, and things like that. I don't do any actual processing work or production work. I have a Mac now. I advanced to
you got
a Mac.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Mac.
But anyway, that's enough computer talk. So this technology, they're talking 10 years or so, before this can even be. I mean, he says maybe within a couple years, but it might be 10 years. It could be more. We don't know. But the fear is that every time these guys say something, everybody panics that it's going to happen. It's not necessarily going to happen. A lot of things have to happen for this to come. So I don't think we should fear it, is what I'm saying.